Hi everyone. My daughter works for a firm who have their own legal team, and this is a multi-million-dollar firm. So they're very, 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 very good, and I have access to anything that I need to know. So although I've been browsing about the internet anyway, these are the best things that I've been given to read out to you lot. And please listen, please take note, because there are people trying to con the way around YouTube and whatever, and just simply be a pain in the ass, and it's not on. You're not welcome, and you need to stop it, because legal action can actually be taken against you. And if you're name calling on whether it's Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else, you're slandering somebody, and it is a criminal offence. So please take note. And I'm going to start here. It's rules dealing with names, titles and phrases. Inquiries such as, can I copyright a name, are one of the most common questions we are asked, and this seems to be one of the most misunderstood aspects of copyright law. The short answer is to simply say that names, titles, short phrases and also colours are not considered unique or substantial enough to be awarded copyright protection in their own right. And I just want to repeat that just for the people who don't listen. And we all know who they are. The short answer is simply to say that names, titles, short phrases and also colours are not considered unique or substantial enough to be awarded copyright protection in their own right. But as this is such a common question, it is perhaps worth explaining the logic behind this. Understanding why copyright cannot apply to names and titles. Let's just take an example. In March 1981, popular author Dick Francis published a book called Reflex. The book itself is most certainly a copyright work. But let's imagine that the situation if copyright applied to the title in its own right. Remember, the title was Reflex. Copyright law prevents a work from being copied or adapted without the owner's permission. So, if someone else uses your work without permission, you can take action against them. In our example, this would mean that anyone using the word reflex would now be in breach of copyright. Also, as copyright prohibits unauthorised adaptation, use of derived words like reflexes, reflexing and reflexed may also be prohibited. In effect, no one could ever use these words in a document. Copyright exists regardless of format. For example, a sound recording of a written work would retain the original copyright. This would mean that the word could also no longer be used in songs or in any public performances. Typically, copyright will continue to apply for 70 years from the death of the author, so we may never be able to use the word in our lifetimes. Now, can I just stop there for 1 minute? We know that there is a case going on, or there's a lady, a woman, a person going around over this shabby chic. Okay. Now, shabby chic is a name of a thing, of a look, of a style. The shabby chic look came out hundreds of years ago. So it's actually well over the 70 years of the original person that started it. So it's no longer copyright. And you can't copyright the name shabby chic. It's a style. It's a thing. It's a look. You can't copy it. You can't copyright it. Not the style. You know what I mean? It is the thing. It's that style. That's exactly what it is. It's a style. It's not a thing. That's what I meant to say. So as copyright is an automatic international right, this restriction would apply across the globe. Clearly this would be a ridiculous situation, but it illustrates why copyright law as it stands is not suitable for such items. It says how a name is protected. When people ask about protecting names, they are typically referring to trading name. It's a trading name, okay? That's what can be protected. Or the name of a product. A thing, that's what we were saying. Shabby chic is not a thing, it is a style. There is a difference. And so the woman who's been getting everybody to take things down and threaten them with the law she's out of her league, basically. And if you want to fight it, you can go ahead and fight it and win, because it is not a thing. It is a look. It is a style. The primary focus is on preventing a competitor using the name. Passing off is a term used when a company or individual represents themselves in a way that may mislead potential customers into believing that they are dealing with a different, more established company. If a competing company sets up with a similar or identical name to an established company, or portrays themselves in a way that implies that they are associated with the established company, they may be guilty of passing off. The original company can take action to defend their identity. Passing off is not always as simple as determining who was using the name first, and public perception of who's the name associated with should also be taken into consideration. Okay, it goes on about trademarks. Well, we all know about trademarks. And then it says, as names are not copyright works, they should not be registered in their own right. So I'm going to repeat that again, just for the likes of people who think they can copyright a person's name. As names are not copyright works, they should not be registered in their own right. It is still true that any registration that includes the name does by definition prove use of the name, but as other factors may come into play with passing off, we would not regard this as a suitable use of this service. Registration should always contain actual copyright works, i.e. documents and recordings, etc. Although it is worth noting that the logo that combines a name with other artistic or design elements can be subject to copyright as an artistic work. So, can I just run this through with you? You cannot copy a name. You can copy an item. Copyright. So you cannot copyright a name, but you can copyright an item. So this brings us to Judie from Crafty Embleys. Judie's taken Velocity Vet 1's name and made it into a plastic. She's cut it out of plastic. Now, unless she's going to give that as a gift to Jane, it's no good to her. She owns that piece of plastic. She owns the copyright to that piece of plastic. She does not, however, own the copyright to the name Velocity Vet 1. So, I can't see her wanting or being able to sell it to anybody, because it wouldn't interest anybody. So all that hassle and messing about of going and registering the name is ridiculous, because it's an item she's registered. She's copyrighted, that's all. She's not copyrighted the name itself, because you can't do it. And that's across the globe. So if Judie would have put all that effort and energy into paying people back what she owes them, spending time on her business, clearing the backlog, people would think more of her. But unfortunately, she's thought more about stripping somebody of a name to be spiteful and pathetic, basically. I'm sorry, but if anybody else... Now, you've been warned once by me when I was shafted by Judie and Pete from Crafty Embleys. You've now been warned and warned by Jane from Velocity Vet 1. It will be unfortunate if you don't take heed of what we're saying and you carry on backing Judie. She's not only lost a lot of her friends that were long-standing friends. You know, when I met Judie in Kettering, she spoke very highly of the friends that she'd had for a long time. And to be dumped by her, you know, it's not nice. Because when your chips are down, you need your friends. And if it's your own fault that your chips are down, them friends don't come back. They don't. I can tell you that now. They never come back. And, you know, and so you need to sort it out, and you need to stop being childish. You shafted me, you know, And you can't say you didn't. I have proof that you turned round and said that the caddy was your idea and I wanted to sell it. You said no, and I dropped you. No, everybody knows that caddy was mine. The paint caddy was my design. I drew it. I did it. I sent you the picture. I've got the email with the picture attached to it that I sent you with the note, so I can prove it was mine. And you took the idea from me. And that's it, Judie. That's what you did. There's no messing about. I've got the emails between you and Pete, you and Pete, where Pete offers me, you know, 50-50 on everything and my own page. And I've got all of that, Judie. And you know what? I didn't think I could really do anything about it because I hadn't patented the, you know, the style, the thing, not the style, the product. But in actual fact, I can. And so I'm just going to read this one. I didn't know about this. This is deliberate copying of design to become criminal offence. The UK government is set to change the law, and this was back in May, 1st of May, to change the law to make the deliberate copying of design a criminal offence. The law change is being brought about to make it easier for designers, particularly independent designers and SMEs, to protect their work. The change would see breaching design right becoming a criminal offence in line with breaching copyright and trademark laws, which are already criminal offences. Design right, now listen to this, Judie. Design right gives automatic protection for unregistered designs. So mine wasn't registered when I give you the design. So I can do it. I can still go ahead and do it. Design right gives automatic protection for unregistered designs and generally refers to 3D rather than 2D of pattern designs, and mine was a 3D. And can I just say, I know you keep telling everybody that you've put sold, passed on. You've sold them, obviously, because you won't just pass them and give them away. A lot of your designs. I hope my design, your caddy that you did from me, that you took from me, I hope that that is amongst it, because that means that you'll be in double trouble. And that's your own fault for being such a sod. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't know that it was design right was gives automatic protection for unregistered designs. I do now. I've got a legal team and I'm pursuing it. Okay, so you will be hearing from my solicitors. I've already handed over to the team that my daughter has the documents between us, because I want the ball rolling, because that was my design, Judie. I spent a long time, you know, I gave you the picture, I spent a long time doing it, sorting it out and getting it off the ground basically, and you just nabbed it from underneath me because you thought you were clever. You're not as clever as you think. But I'm definitely going to pursue it, and I have given it to these, to this team that my daughter works with, because they're a proper legal team, and they will sort it out. And when I told them what you'd done, yeah, they said you haven't got a chance, basically, and that's my design. So that's, I was just letting you know about it, because it just, I'll read that bit again. The change would see breaching design right becoming a criminal offence in line with breaching copyright and trademark laws, which are already criminal offences. Design right gives automatic protection for unregistered designs and generally refers to 3D rather than 2D, and mine was a 3D. So you know, basically that's all I've got to say about it. It's sad. I think by taking somebody's name, why did you do it? Judie, it was somebody's name. It was nothing to do with you or Crafty Embleys. You purposely registered that name to be a cow. You purposely took my design to be a cow. You're purposely slagging people off on Facebook and everywhere else. We've got the printouts. You can't deny it. You're purposely not giving people their orders. You're purposely not paying them back what they've paid you. It's not good. And what goes around comes around. And I hope you've got money, because I'm going for it. And I'll see you in court, Lovey. Take care. Bye-bye for now.